Hey, good morning, everyone. Excuse me. It is 9:41 a.m. We are 11 minutes into the trading day. Very exciting day here. It's the 22nd of February 2021, and I'm going to be giving my opinion and my analysis on Bitcoin, the S&P 500, some alts in the crypto atmosphere, um, and also NASDAQ. And before I get into any of this, as you all know, this is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. You are responsible for your own trades, managing your own risk, doing your own research, and I'm just giving my opinion on the market. If you need access to our Discord server, there is a link in the video description. There is a QR code on your screen. You can scan the QR code, you can click on the link, and you will get access to our server where we we talk about all different kinds of trades and opportunities every day. And admittedly, February has been a little bit of a tough month to get through, but ultimately we are here for the long haul. So let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, so let's take a look here. This is Bitcoin. I'm going to be taking a look at first. So far, this is perfect. Perfect. Okay, so I gave an update to the server yesterday saying that it looks like we had created a little bit of a top, and I showed this little parabola that that was actually just invalidated overnight. So this was about 6 o'clock last night. We violated this parabola, and we basically have fallen down to the 382. And just for the record, I want to just talk about a couple different things here. So first off, when you're drawing a Fibonacci retracement on something, you basically are looking for it to return a certain percentage point of the move, right? So when we're talking about the 23.6 or the 38.2, these are percentage points. And if you see somebody drawing it the other way around, they're doing it wrong, okay? So if you see somebody that's drawing it like, you see, I can't even do it wrong. When you see somebody doing a fib retracement that's like this isn't pulling 61.8%. That is incorrect. It is pulled 38.2% of the move. So in other words, from 32,156 to 58,352, 38.2% of that difference is 48,345.90. We've pulled 38.2% of this move. Okay? So the levels work in opposite directions, right? 38.2 is the same thing as 61.8, but the numbers don't jive, right? You're doing an internal retracement of 38.2% of the move. I just wanted to clear that up just in case you see somebody that throws their fibs upside down. You can call them out. You can be like, hey, you know what? You're doing that wrong. And more than likely, they're going to argue and say, no, I'm doing it right. But it's an internal retracement tool. You are retracing internally 23.6%, 38.2%, right? 23.6 comes before 38.2, not the other way around. 38.2 comes before 61.8, not the other way around. So the basic math tells you that this is the correct way to be drawing a Fibonacci retracement. Anyway, all right, enough of that. It looks like we've created a little bit of a bottom back here. I mean, obviously, we've bounced from 48,000 up to 52,000, and we're bouncing here. Eloquent has so eloquently, elaborated on the server that, it's very possible we move up to 61.8% of the move. Again, we are moving up 61.8%. Let's just tackle this here. All right. So right there, 61.8% is going to be taking us, actually, I had just free-handed this based off of this low here, and this looks like a high probability place where we're going to see a rejection at $54,156. All right, so at 54,150, be looking for a rejection, and it's going to take time. It's going to take time. Yeah, we just had a several $1,000 move. So we had a $4,000, $5,000 move. But this is going to take a little bit of time. Give it some time. I'd be looking to short here at 54,150. Where would I be looking to exit? Well, I'd be looking for a move down here to the 50, to be completely honest. Somewhere between 44.8 and 45, this is where I'd be looking to get out. So let me just draw this now. I'm going to move ourselves over a little bit, move this out. Late March to early April is probably not going to happen. Yes, this is going to take some time, but as this 12-hour starts to reset, and the 12-hour is the red one, as this 12-hour starts to reset, give it some time. And maybe it doesn't make its way into the neutral zone. It may stay up here in the bullish control zone. But if this 3-hour gets down here and the hourly, so the red and, sorry, not the red, the green and the yellow, every time the green and the yellow have both been in oversold conditions at the exact same time, this was a really great example right here on January 31st. What was the price doing back here? Well, we were bottoming, right? We had a signal, and then we had a better one down here, in my opinion. The 3-hour was also down here. And this was a great place to buy, obviously, right? Hindsight's 2020, but historically speaking, when in a bull market, when the green and the yellow get an oversold at the same time in a bull market, it has been historically a great place to buy. Now, this has worked for us the last, I don't know, maybe dozen times. I had a buy here, it was good. Had a buy here, it was good. Had buys here, they were good. This one didn't work out. Doesn't always work out. But probability, as long as you have a reasonable stop loss, had a buy here, that was fantastic. Okay? And this is all just using the waves indicator. Had a buy here. Came kind of back to the entry, but that worked out pretty darn well. Okay? This is just using the indicator that all of our members have access to. Had a buy here. That was good. Had a buy here. That was okay. This one obviously was better. You get the idea. Be patient. Wait. Especially if you're talking about doing any kind of leverage. The chances that we come all the way back down here today are very small. We're probably going to chop. If I go to a 5-minute time frame, you're going to see that we are starting to create a little bit of a V-shaped recovery here. But watch what happens at this area. If we push above this 54,150, then I think it's very possible that we are going to just recover and just keep on moving up. It still would be a nice pullback to the 382. That would be fine for that wave 4. And then we take our way up to wave 5, which, I didn't have this until March or April. So it's possible that this wave 5, hits sooner rather than later. We're still looking at a move up to about 66 to 66,500. Are we going to get up there? I mean, we don't know, but this is what our probability is telling us based on our Elliott wave analysis. All right, that's enough about Bitcoin. Let's go ahead and move into the S&P 500. We've been watching this like a hawk, and I had my buy area down here. I also alerted this to the server, and we hit that buy zone, right? We were inside this box. Let me just move the box over. Are we done yet? No, I don't think we are. Yeah, we're having a pretty decent bounce, just like we are on Bitcoin. But I tend to believe that S&P is going to make another move down here for, closer to where my actual entry is, which was right here at 38.58. Again, we're going to have to see this level right here. If we overtake 38.90, I would say that we're probably going to just keep on going, right? But we, at a minimum, we already bounced here. So that would have been at least a good scalp. At least that would have been a good scalp. And again, I was looking at this as a nice ABC, ABC. There are some people out on Twitter that counted this right here as an impulse. This is not impulsive. Not impulsive. The only way that you can get an impulse out of this is if you do from down here a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be 5 waves into the A. And then from there, you would have had up here, A, B, C into the A, B, C into the B, and then down here into the C, into the B. And then from there, you can easily have a nice, from down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A nice expanded flat here into the 4, 5, into the C, into the B. And then we've moved down. We've moved down. And that's okay. That's okay. What did we have to take ourselves all the way down here into this A? Well, we've talked about this. A, B, C into the A, B, C into the B, which means we should have one more move down, and we've already gotten it, right? So I did this analysis back here saying that we were going to pull, right? I didn't think we were going to come this low, but we did. We did, all right? So now what are we in the middle of, right? Is this move actually complete? Well, if we've got into this, yeah, down here into the C, 1, 2, I don't think this is a 3. This could be a 3 here. 4, and then 5. Could this be done? It could be. It could be, but I don't think it is. I don't think it is. So we've got 5 down here, in my opinion, into an A. So from here, we've got an A, then we're going to get the B, and then we're going to get the C to bring ourselves down here. Let's put this on a slightly higher degree. Okay, now that we've got this in the works, we've got 5 waves, then we've got a nice A, B, C up here on a smaller degree. And then we're going to see, so this is 5 waves down, 3 waves up, and we should now have 5 waves down when this is done. When this is done, right? We're still potentially in an ABC. From there, we see a little bit of a rejection, getting ourselves back down here where we have been waiting to buy. Now, obviously, I couldn't have executed my trade at 4 o'clock in the morning. We have a trade that we are watching for on the Discord that I'm not going to disclose here, but couldn't have executed that at 4 o'clock in the morning. Well, 1, I was asleep, and 2, it happened a little bit faster than I expected. Nonetheless, I would expect some chop here to take ourselves back down here, and then we can take that trade that I have been watching for. So that's what I've got on the S&P. Let's take a look at NASDAQ. All right, and then I'm going to get back into crypto. Okay, NASDAQ, very, very similar. Very similar. We were waiting for this guy to come down here to 13,300. 13,300. Now, I'm not going to do a wave analysis on this. Again, I still had the top right here, right? So again, very similar, a nice A, B, working on the C to get ourselves down here into this wave 2, right? I'm not going to show too much because I don't want to diminish any value for our members, but watching down here for 13,300 is going to be wise. Again, we are still in the middle of a chop correction. Unless we can overtake 13.4 to maybe up here at 13,550, then I would say that we are going to realize that target of 13,300. It likely will happen sometime, within the first 3 days of this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. More than likely, we will see this. It's going to be very different than Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin, I said we are probably not going to see the low that we just saw anytime today. Probably not this week. But on these traditional markets, I would say that the likelihood is probably pretty high that we are going to see another push down. You've got a lot of people that are probably over leveraging themselves. And that's just the way it is. People are loading up on calls right now because that is what people are trained to do. Degenerates that are gambling with calls when we have a big major fall like this. Well, they're going to be buying calls for this Friday's expiration. Why? Because they're the cheapest. They are going to be buying out of the money calls for this Friday's expiration because they're cheap. That is not why you buy options. You can buy cheap leaps all day long, but playing weeklies, I mean, you got to buy at the money or close to the money. Don't buy too far out of the money calls because you're going to get some chop. This thing's going to fall lower potentially, and you're going to end up losing money. You're going to end up losing money. All right, anyway, let's shift over into crypto alts. I said that I would take a look at, so David, I see that you're asking me to take a look at Lumens. I will take a look at that. I'm going to take a look at Chainlink, UNI, Cardano, and Lumens. If there's anything else that you want me to take a look at, I have a few minutes here. I'd be more than happy to take a look at some things. So let's go ahead and start with Chainlink. Chainlink versus Tether. I've got a lot here that I have been monitoring for a long time. All right, let's just go ahead and pull this out. Obviously, this trade was very successful. I'm going to blow away everything on the chart though, because obviously we've got a pullback here. So we finished something. We have finished something. I'm on the daily. I'm going to go to a log scale on the daily. Okay? So what do we have? Well, we have an impulse here. This completed, this finished something. All right? So let's just count this really quick. We've got a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 5. That finished something. Okay? We don't have to identify what it finished. All we have to identify is that it is finishing a move. Then what did we have? We had a long correction. So from here, we had a nice A, potentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the A, B, C into the B, and then we had a big, strong C down here. This was in March of 2020. Keep it on the same degree so it all fits together. Now, after you have a move like that, you should be going into a wave 3, which should be strong. Okay, we measure this first wave. I'm not going to call it a wave 1, but it's a first wave. Then we pull it back here to the bottom of the second wave. Well, our target for wave 3 is going to be $88. Between 88 and 124. Is that reasonable to expect that we're going to see prices that high? It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me one bit. This big drop that everybody is freaking out about, well, just take a look and see. This big drop, yeah, it's 11.6% drop as of right now on this day. Now, we've obviously fallen probably 22 to 25% all in all for the day, but we've recovered half of that. That's nothing. This is nothing in the grand scheme of things so far. So far. Is it going to fall deeper? It's very, very possible that it does. So from this bottom here, again, we're still looking for a move on Chainlink to more than double from even here. Okay, you have to be somewhat bullish, right? Watch for the waves. Let's take a look at the hourly here. Take a look at the waves. This hourly candle is actually green. This hourly candle is green. And take a look at this. Waves is signaling like, hey, you should probably be thinking about buying. You should probably be thinking about buying. Will it dump again? It is very possible that it does. I'm not saying that it's not going to come back down here because it probably will. It probably will. But it's probably not going to be today, right? So this is what happens. You have big monster events like this, and then you have people, again, trained to buy the dip. But now people missed this because they were afraid to buy the dip, and now they're like, okay, well, I'm just going to set my buys down here at 25.50 and hope and pray that it rebounds. Sorry, not rebounds, but rejects, and it's going to come right back down here to where it was. And it's not going to happen. The price is going to continue climbing slowly. They're going to give up. They're going to buy up here, and that's when it finally does its fall. Okay? You know, watch for alts. For alts, I really like all three to be down and oversold at the same time. And Chainlink obviously is a very bullish asset, and yeah, I did just say that, hey, this could go up double or more from where we're at. But we have to kind of wait for things to finish resolving. Because, you know, from right here, what we can see, we've got a nice dump here, nice dump there, and then, of course, up here, we've got this going on. This is not good, right? If we hit this top and we reject, we're going to come back down here to the bottom, which is going to be at about 23 bucks. Be patient. Be patient on Chainlink. Let's take a look at UNI. I know somebody on the server on some exchange got filled on UNI at $18. That's ridiculous. Would I hold on to that? I absolutely would. I would not stop loss unless this goes down to 21.85. But I would wait for this guy to come up here to 28, 29. And honestly, I would take that profit and close out up here because, yeah, I still think it's probably going to come back down. But this was a good bullish retest, though. If you take a look at that from here to here to here to here, great bullish retest, right? At a minimum, set your stop loss at 21.55 and just let it go. Maybe do a trailing stop wait for dailies to close before you determine what your trailing stop is going to be. Setting a trailing stop that's really, really tight on an hourly time frame, we just dropped 22 to 25%. All kinds of things could happen, and you could just go and get stopped, and then it could go. Set your stop loss at the low of the day, because again, I don't think we're going to hit that low again today. And if we do, you should be getting out anyway. So set your stop loss there and just let it go. Just let it go. Of course, feel free to take profit whenever you want. That is, you've got great profit on that. You got, a dream fill down here at 18 on, I don't know what exchange it was that you were on, but a dream fill. So set your stop loss right there. You'll have really great profit anyway. And as the day goes by, we can talk about increasing that stop loss. But for right now, this looks pretty good. I was targeting $34 and we got pretty close, and it probably will still get there. It'll probably still get there. So yeah, I think there's nothing to be afraid of here. Let's take a look at Cardano. And I may not have enough time to do I may not have enough time to do lumens, but I will try. So Cardano, yeah, all in all, we hit $1.20 exactly on, I think it was on Binance, we hit 120, and we pulled back, and now we're back to $1.05. We went all the way down to like 85 cents. We went up to $1.05. I still think that we're going to see a little more downside on this guy. Probably we're going to make ourselves come all the way back down to about 80 cents. I'd be looking to buy on another push down. And, I have my bot that's currently running Cardano right now, and it's been doing pretty well. It's been doing really well. So I'm happy to let it buy if it says that it wants to buy, but I will manually buy if we come back down here to 80 cents. Yeah, okay, all right. Let me take a look. Take a look at lumens. Lumens versus Tether. I'm going to take a look at lumens versus Tether. I'm going to take a look at lumens versus Bitcoin. The lumens play is very much good. Okay, so we bought here at 27 cents. We didn't get stopped. We had a stop loss here at this low. This has been a good play, and we're still in it. And I was targeting 81 cents. Now we're at 44 cents right now. So again, we're still talking about a pretty significant move up from there. And yeah, I still think that this is very much on the cards. We hit that median perfectly. Okay, we perfectly hit that median. So is this correction done? A, B, C. Very likely. That looks like a good finish right there. A good retest of this high here. So if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't think this is a 1, 2, 1, 2. That would be extremely bullish. But finishing this 4, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, going up for the 3, 4, 5, seems very, very likely that lumens will hit that 81 cent target that we've got. So stop loss at the low and still targeting 81 cents. I think that is the play that would be good. All right, guys, I do have to end it, unfortunately, for right now. I wanted to get through a few of these things before the day really gets rolling. So thanks for watching. If this video did help in any way, shape, or form, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And of course, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a good day, a good night,